All right, we're alive. We're alive, I think. Let me know. Should be working out. Ah, oh, thank God. Yeah, sorry about that. We had an ISP issue over here, so should be able to continue casting now. If everything keeps going all right. There we go. Perfect. Okay, sorry about that. too tasty of a demolition shot over there. So yeah, where were we at? GoldenEnd, going out to Castle Age, of course. I watch ad. Alright, thank you for the support, man. Not using the ad block, that is commitment. Alright, I'm gonna try to sort that out maybe later. Nice demo on your skirms. Yeah. Okay. So, whoa! Great demolition shot over there. On the dog this time around, denying it. And of course he's gonna have to spend the resources to go for another one now. Almost missed that one. So a couple of galleys, we have skirmishers over here. Skirmishers are going to get cleaned up by the knights. Galleys are not gonna be super effective against these though. Let me see. 7 damage. 3 armor, they're still gonna be dealing 4 damage per shot. Anyway, we have 4 now, so he's going to go for the defensive knights over here. He's gonna try and go offensive with 2 knights. There we go, so skirmishers going down, that's going to be 3 out of 4. 4 out of 5 actually, or out of 6 I think. Galleys should be going down as well. Second TC up already. Not gonna go for the third one. He does have the stone, but he doesn't have the wood, and he's gonna go for another dock over here. So, Castle Age Vikings. Oh, very nice positioning over here. Castle Age Vikings can go for longboats on water. So that's another possibility. Longboats are going to be a lot better than regular galleys. This is going to get destroyed. He's not even going to try to go and reinforce that wall. Despite there is only 1 skirmisher over there. So quick walls coming up. This is going to be very hard to quick wall. Let's see. 2 villagers remaining over here. He's not going to notice that. Yeah, he doesn't have the vision. Although he knows about this. Still, he's going to get 1 villager over there. Potentially 2. We have a lot of archers over here though. Crossbowman upgrade coming up. Bodkin arrow as well. That's going to be 1 villager for 1 knight. An alright trade. And these guys are going to become crossbows. 1 skirmisher is not going to do anything against that. And we have a couple of war galleys versus regular galleys. The knights should help a good deal over here. These guys though, with scale, Bardin armor only, so still missing chain Bardin armor for the +2/+2 defense. Okay, we're not dropping any frames, so it seems like we are doing quite alright. Yeah, we have some longboats now from red. He doesn't have the production capacity though. We have 2 docks over here, 3 docks over here from blue. Only 1 dock for red, which should be going down fairly soon. We have a lot of crossbows over here from Cyclops. So GoldenEnd, potentially gonna lose 1 villager, there we go. Now this should be going down without major issues, so yeah. There's nothing GoldenEnd can do to stop this. He can try to go for that. I think it's kind of sloppy for red to let him do that. He should have tried to get the crossbows closer to the wall in the first place, but still. That's a very good save over there. That's a lot of villagers trying to get that up. Now, the war galleys over here are going to be great support. And that's exactly what we were talking about when the game started. Going on water is not because of eco. In this map, there is almost no fish. Oh, it's open over here. I don't know if he noticed that. Okay, he's gonna go now and close the hole. But yeah, you go over here to support your land army with water units. That is very convenient, especially as you get areas like this that water units cannot walk on. So they can go on shallows, but they cannot go on water. They can't walk on water. So ships, if you have them over here, they can shoot and be pretty much untouchable. And also in situations like these, you can also get rid of a good amount of units. So still 9 crossbows over here. He should be able to destroy this. However, one Magnet on the way from GoldenEnd, who is also going forward with what is at this point 9 war galleys versus 5 longboats. Couple of longboats coming out from blue as well. And yeah, I don't see any way for Cyclops to get back on water over here unless he goes for a defensive castle and starts docking around it. But for the time being, and taking a look at the villager distribution, we can see that there is no stone for either player. So 1, 2, 3 TCs already for red. We already have a third TC up, I think, for blue as well, yes. A lot more villagers on food because of the knights for GoldenEnd. A lot more villagers on gold for Cyclops, who is trying to oh, there we go, 3 docks, who is trying to go heavily into longboats. So if we take a look over here, that's going to be 9 longboats versus 7 and 4 longboats over here. 7 longboats and 7 war galleys. So yeah, the situation here is not looking great for Cyclops. Going for pikemen now, going for scale mail armor, that's going to be +1/+1 defense for infantry units. Trade here should be in favor of blue, however he doesn't seem to be paying attention to the water units. Was getting debated over there a lot by the pikemen, who by the way gets bonus damage versus ships. So very good play though over there by red. He's gonna lose a couple of villagers over here to knights though. If we go back over here, we can see that the KD is slightly in favor of red. Now a lot of longboats out. That's gonna be 11 versus 11 as well, but the HP pool is so much better for... that's going to be, sorry, 9 versus 11, but the HP pool is a lot better for GoldenEnd at this point. He's going for the 4th and 5th dock. So now we have 11 and more on the way. For both players, no. Cyclops is going to choose not to produce anymore. He doesn't have the wood though. Oh, GoldenEnd on his way to Imperial Age. Very good eco balancing over there. If we take a look at Cyclops resources, he had to buy 500 wood. That is not so good. He does have the wood line, but he's failing to balance the eco in order to keep production of longboats. So buying resources not the best situation over here, especially if you have the resources that you need available to you on land. You just want to try and get more villagers working on that. So let's see, that's 14 longboats over here. That's 15 longboats for red. 16 at this point. 17 at this point for blue. And things are looking very, very promising for GoldenEnd, who is halfway to Imperial Age, going for gold shaft mining, horse collar. Horse collar, arguably a little bit late, especially with the free wheelbarrow that Vikings get. But yeah, a lot of villagers on stone. That only puts the writing on the wall over here. And going for a castle, a very aggressive castle over here, could be the end of Cyclops. He can potentially go with a very aggressive castle. He can go for a castle here just to protect the docks. Production capacity is still higher for blue. More units at this point in time over here. At least we have 16 versus 14 actually. Oh, the pikemen debating a lot of the fire over there. That is all of a sudden not such a great fight for GoldenEnd, who is losing a lot of boats over here. Yeah, this is not looking very good for blue anymore, at least not on water. Still though, going up to Imperial Age is going to be a significant boost in technology. So going for stronger units can still be enough to get the game back for him. So Bracer on the way. Cyclops selling everything, trying to get enough resources to go up to Imperial Age himself. That's 20 less villagers. That's going to be 3 to 4 minutes slower Imperial Age time as well. He does have a lot of boats over here though. That's going to be 19. Bracer though, up for blue. Gonna be able to do a little bit more damage over there. It's going to be 10 versus only 9. We have more longboats over here, let's see, but this is not good, this is not good. All those longboats need to be focusing in this area. Trying to pinch now the army from Cyclops, and the numbers are looking not bad for blue. Cyclops over here with very good micro though is gonna manage to get rid of the army on the right hand side for GoldenEnd. So now he's gonna have to go back, and clicking up to Imperial Age is going to leave him with some disadvantage in terms of going up, of the time for going up. And there we go, so the defensive castle well positioned over there, that's going to defend the docks. Numbers here are looking significantly better for blue, and now with the tech advantage as well. Getting Bracer and chemistry right now. That's going to be great. The monk's probably gonna go down. But very hard to click that unit in between all the longboats. So Magna there, probably gonna go down. Yes. Getting one villager in the process though. 10 longboats. We have over here 17 and over here 6. That's 23. Yeah, well, at this point, you can try to go for a couple of demolition rafts, but to be honest, it's very, very hard. Very, very hard to get a demo close to the longboats. These guys deal so much damage that I don't think water is winnable anymore for Cyclops. The score seems to confirm that as he falls behind by 1,400 score points. This knight is gonna manage to take that down, and it's gonna be very annoying, although this is close. Yeah, that is close. The game is looking fantastic now for blue. Cyclops managing to go up to Imperial Age is gonna get pushed very hard over here by a very offensive, very in-your-face castle that he's not gonna be able to deny. So GG has been called, and Cyclops is gonna lose the first game of the series for what's gonna be a partial score of 1-0 in favor of GoldenEnd. There we go. Let's take a look at the achievements. KD in favor of blue. No surprises over there. Economy, larger eco for GoldenEnd as well. All over the board. Field Age, Castle Age and Imperial Age time, better for him as well. More map explored, more researches. Pretty much winning everything here in terms of achievements. More castles, more relics, more gold from the relic, villager high. Very good game over there. Going up to Castle Age did cost some units for him over here, especially as Cyclops managed to take proper engagements with larger numbers, but he managed to come back. Longboats very powerful, and of course in Imperial Age just pretty much stomping. So we're gonna go into the second game, just one moment. And here we go. Perfect. Alright. So welcome to the second game of the series in the best of 5 for the quarterfinals of the Aspiring Experts Golden League. We are probably gonna turn on the colors over here. So Cyclops was red last game. Yeah, we're gonna turn this on just to make it easier on the eyes. A lot easier to tell blue and red apart than it is to tell blue and purple apart. So anyway, this map is going to be crisscross. Score so far in favor of blue, 1-0. Let's see the map generation. So for GoldenEnd, we have 1 for gold, 1 side stone between 2 tree lines. We have another side stone between another tree line, another pair of tree lines over there, and the rest of the gold very far away. The second one, third one, this is a neutral one actually. What is the third one? Is it only 2, I think? Yeah. No, wait. Yeah, it's 2. Alright, so for Cyclops on the other hand, we have a side gold and we have a back gold. That back gold is very nicely positioned, but it's unfortunately blocked by a lot of trees. So yeah, there's only a couple of tiles available from that. He's gonna need to chop the trees over there, yeah, to try and get more access. Anyway, he still has this one, which is quite nice. He does have a neutral gold very close to home. In terms of wood, we have 1, 2, 3 wood lines, a side stone. Both stones are on the side, so on the west. For GoldenEnd on the other hand, 3 side woodlands. And yeah, I think the map generation is probably looking slightly better here for GoldenEnd potentially. He's gonna need to dodge this. Of course, having a gold so exposed is no good. No bueno, amigo. So he's gonna need to defend that area for sure. As for civilizations, we have Hans versus Japanese. Hans, of course, get to have all 200 population spaces available without having to build houses, but starts with -100 wood. Cyclops gonna go for a back dock. And if we take a look at the scouting information, he's already finding where Cyclops is. But he knows about 1 gold over here, he knows about the other one over here. I find it kind of weird that he's not trying to go for the middle one. Going for the back one, of course, is safer. And Japanese, after all, is probably has the upper hand in water. For Japanese, the water bonus is that they get twice HP on the fishing ships with +2 pierce armor. And they work 5, 10, 15, and 20% faster in Dark, Feudal, Castle, and Imperial Age respectively. Other bonuses, well, infantry for Japanese attack 33% faster starting from Feudal Age, and also the eco buildings are 50% cheaper, so lumber camps, mining camps and mills only cost 50 wood. They have another water bonus, which is that galleys get +50% line of sight. GoldenEnd, on the other hand, the rest of the bonus for the Hans are 35% additional accuracy points for trebuchets, which is probably not going to be super relevant here. And also they get 10 and 20% cheaper cavalry archers in Castle and Imperial Age respectively. Now Cyclops gonna go for the back dock. We're gonna have a back dock over here for GoldenEnd as well, as we already saw. 3 efficient ships for blue, 2 only for red at this point in time. 1 extra villager for him though. Both players in Dark Age. Yeah, the extra villager comes at the cost of having no loon. So there we go, Cyclops is gonna go for loon right now. That's gonna bring the villager count up to parity. It's not gonna be bad though for GoldenEnd to have been a couple of minutes without 1 extra villager, because he already has 1 extra fishing ship. Or he has had 1 extra fishing ship for some time. So Cyclops on his way to Feudal Age. And for Japanese, we can see men-at-arms, we can see archers. They get all the archer upgrades, so fully upgraded arbalists in Imperial Age. I was gonna send one villager forward. Keep in mind that the maps here in Aspiring Experts don't have any wolves, so you don't necessarily need to send the villager forward protected. However, oh, what are the chances? What are the chances? He found the villager. Alright, so he must have seen the scout going forward. He might have assumed a villager was over there and the scout was there to protect the villager. That's the only way I can think of him consciously going towards that area and finding the villager. I don't think it was an accident, but yeah, that's the only explanation I can find. Anyway, that villager is probably not going to do a whole lot. Has already been spotted. Anyway, there's nothing in this dock for in this pond for GoldenEnd. Micro War over there going in favor of Cyclops. And we're gonna see Blue going for another dock over here. So he's probably expecting Red to try and build a dock over here. I'm not really sure. Anyway, archer range coming up now from the Japanese player. And yeah, once again, Japanese getting the full line of archers, so fully upgraded arbalists in Imperial Age. Getting house though, not good, not good, and that house position is not the best either. If he wants to go for farms afterwards, this is gonna block one space. Anyway, archer range up, he's not gonna try to go for the dock. One villager, I don't think, no, it's not gonna go down. Can get garrisoned fairly easily. Yeah, there we go. It's going to be just a small annoying thing for Blue. What do we have over here though? GoldenEnd doesn't have any barracks. He spotted a villager going forward. I'm not really sure if he expected the villager to go and try and build a dock and that be it. But he didn't try to find the villager anymore. The scout is forward, trying to send one villager forward himself. But he has not tried to spot the villager. Probably he didn't spot the girl over here. Although I'm quite sure he did, because he was microing the scout when he saw the villager. But he stopped paying attention now. A red dog is gonna go up on this pond. That is not good. Fletchy now coming up for Cyclops, who is gonna have 4 archers dealing 5 damage per shot. These guys are gonna be taking 3 damage per shot. With 4 archers, that's going to be 12 damage per shot. With 4 shots from the full army, a villager should be going down, but let's see. This is very kind of sloppy from GoldenEnd. He spotted the villager going forward and he just ignored her. Now he's going to get the knight from the berries, he's going to get the knight from the wood. This is not good for Cyclops though. Losing 1 archer over there, losing the scout over here. What is he gonna do now? Palisade wall coming up. He's gonna try to wall this area. But because of this, he can potentially go for a transport. However, this is not good news for the fishing ships. That's 11 fishing ships for Blue. About to go down to probably 9 or 8. GoldenEnd not going for any defensive units on water. No navy to speak of. And this is kind of weird. He has a fire ship over there, a fire galley. He's not going for defensive units. Yeah, the game is not looking very good for GoldenEnd. Last game was quite good. This time around it seems like he's playing this kind of sloppy. He's gonna have enough resources to go up to Castle Edge kind of soon, but so will Cyclops. Arguably a little bit closer though. He only needs to sell 100 wood and he should be able to click up. He's trying to queue units though from somewhere. Still no defensive units coming up for GoldenEnd over there. And let's see. Cyclops on his way to Castle Edge. The Han player at this point Still doesn't have the resources to go up. All of the fishing ships are going down. All of them over here in this pond. So that's going to reduce the fishing ship count down to only 5. Down from 11. He's gonna try and go for skirmishers right now, which is not the position you want to be in if you're playing Hans. Stuck in fuel H and going for skirmishers. Second archer range coming up, so if he manages to go up to Castle H, he's probably gonna try and go for cavalry archers for sure. Let's see, there's a small skirmish over there. Not really worth it for Red to try and claim the water over here, at least not for the fishing ship. He might try to get the water controller just to go for transport ships, transport units over, but yeah. Third archer range coming up now for Blue, who is getting very close from to click up to Castle Age. You can potentially sell the resources. Okay, there we go. Selling some wood, buying some food, going up to Castle Age, but Cyclops is going to be there 2 full minutes sooner. These guys are going to become crossbows. Crossbows are not going to struggle to break through here. As a matter of fact, they don't even need to. You can go for a transport ship, although it's of course a lot more efficient to just break the palisade and go over here. And all of this eco from GoldenEnd is pretty exposed. So he's gonna have to go for a couple of skirmishers right now, otherwise he's gonna get very raided over there. Stable coming up now for the Japanese player. Japanese do get good cavalry, at least in Castle Age they get good knights. So crossbow upgrade already up. We have some action over here. The villager that managed to sneak from GoldenEnd and build a dock over there. That's going to be 1, 2, 3 fire galleys going down for Blue. He is gonna manage to destroy this though. If he manages to get the water control in this area, which I think is not very likely, he could potentially get rid of the fishing ships over there from Cyclops. But anyway, the crossbows did manage to break in. That's 1 villager down. That's super messy. That's extremely messy. GoldenEnd doesn't have the resources to go for a defensive tower at this point in time. He doesn't have the resources to go for a TC when he gets up to Castle Age. He is going for skirmishers. Skirmishers can only get you so far against crossbows. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. He's gonna try to fight with villagers. That's 1 villager going down. This is doing so much eco damage and this has to be the game. GoldenEnd is taking control over here in the middle, but we have already fire ships from Cyclops claiming the backwater once again. He is gonna get control of the middle, which means that both fishing ships are going to go down, but still doing damage over here with some units. So finally, cavalry archer coming out for GoldenEnd. That's going to be at this point 5. I don't think he has anywhere near the eco he needs to go for triple archer range, cavalry archer production, and he's struggling. He's gonna go for more archer ranges in a stable. So it's going to be 1 TC full aggression over here. However, Cyclops going for a group of additional crossbows over here, and I don't think he has a vision. GoldenEnd doesn't really know about this. And I can't stop thinking about the villager that he spotted. He saw the girl, but he did not track her. 6 cavalry archers versus 2 TCs, potentially a third one on the way. Let's see. He spent the resources. Yeah, that's going to be the third TC. He might lose 1 or 2 villagers over here. Not gonna bring the eco down to parity. Fishing ships higher for Cyclops, villagers higher for Cyclops as well. We have 5 additional cavalry archers. No villagers inside of the sea means that he can just walk underneath it. Siege workshop forward for GoldenEnd. And we have 6 over here, 5 over here actually, and 5 over here, for a total of 10 forward cavalry archers. What is Cyclops gonna do about this? So he has the clear lead. He has additional villagers at this point, 8 additional villagers. And the number is gonna go up in steps of 2. If he manages to keep alive the villagers that he already has, he should be going up in steps of 2 villagers each 30 seconds. One goal has been denied though. There is another one over here for Cyclops that he's fully aware of. However, because of GoldenEnd's water control over here, he can potentially go for a galley. But anyway, some other villagers for red. Good trade over here, clearing up the crossbows with the cavalry archers. Cyclops units did not manage to do so much damage over there. We have more crossbows coming up from Cyclops. More action over here. Oh, there's going to be one cavalry archer going down. Let's see though. The CC is going to get denied 100%. That's going to be a very nice pick over there for GoldenEnd. So that's 6 villagers going down. Most likely to go down. That's gonna be 2, 3. Of course, no ballistics at this point. Trying to get that one. Probably gonna lose one cavalry archer in the process. Another villager going down. That's going to be a total of 4, I think 5 villagers going down in total. GoldenEnd buying some resources. So War Galley on the way. He's losing control of the middle. So he's gonna try to regain control of that. Hans and Water are alright, especially having the wood bonus, not having to build houses. It's very good for you. However, in Imperial Age, they don't get the cannon galleon. They also don't get ring archer armor, if I'm not mistaken. They only get leather archer armor, so that's +2/+2, no +3/+4, which is the case for Japanese. Spreading the army very effectively over here is gonna manage to kill 2 villagers eventually, maybe not. Cyclops are reacting over there quite nicely. Coming with some crossbows over here. The military count is not so high for red. But now let's see over here though. Good amount of cavalry archers are gonna manage to clean up the crossbows for sure. Oh, debating the fire with the fire ship. He's not paying attention. Cyclops could have gotten like 2 or 3 extra cavalry archers over there. He was not paying attention. Over here though, GoldenEnd doing some good damage with the war galleys. Forcing Cyclops to go away and try to take gold from here. Now this area should be untouchable by water units, and having the town center over there means that he should be able to take gold over here quite safely. He's already taking gold from here. He's already regained control of the main gold that he had back at home. And we have a castle coming up for Cyclops. Where is it though? Where is that castle coming up, boy? Oh, map control castle. This castle is a statement. He's gonna realize there are cavalry archers over there, so he's gonna have to delete the castle and go back. But now, elite skirmisher research on the way. We have a couple of elite skirmishers already here. Actually, only one. We might have additional skirmishers over here. There we go. And at this point in time, of course, the Hunt player doesn't have anything else than cavalry archers and water units, now going for siege as well. Villager count still 24 higher for red, but kind of struggling against the aggression from blue, so that castle is probably gonna get denied. There's a good amount of cavalry units. So there we go, 2 skirmishers, not gonna be enough to kill all of the cavalry archers. A lot of villagers going down now for red. The castle at this point at 74% up. He's going to commit to it, and Cyclops is gonna send everything. He's losing a lot, and the castle is not gonna go up. It's not gonna go. He's throwing away the advantage that he had. Oh my god, the castle over there, 93%, 94%. That's a lot of villagers. Now the villager lead is for blue. Castle did go up, but at what price? Was it worth it? 45 villagers. 45 villagers, the same amount of fish and chips. Was that castle worth it? I don't think so. I don't think so, man. He lost 30 villagers trying to get the castle up. 30 villagers. That's 30 out of 75. That's almost half your entire eco for a single castle. Oh my god. Oh my god, man. This might be good for, I mean, of course it is great for GoldenEnd, but that might just have turned the game on a silver plate for blue right now, with a very clear military lead. While the units over here, land units over here, the eco advantage that Cyclops had is gone now. He can catch up back in villager count, but investing all the resources into villagers means that he's not going to be able to afford a lot of military. And you cannot fight cavalry archers with villagers. You can try and get the mangonel repaired over here, but the villager is going to go down eventually, trying to repair that mangonel. So the mangonel is going to go down instead. The villager is going to get garrisoned. And we have a non-stop flood of units going the way of red from blue's base. So more cavalry archer units over there, and that castle is honestly not doing a whole lot. It's not really defending a lot. Gold here is still exposed, so GoldenEnd can't rest a couple of units over there, deny the gold. He can rest a couple of units over here, deny the stone over here, and deny this gold over here, and deny the stone as well. That castle was probably the MVP for GoldenEnd. Mortis, actually that one was already up. We're gonna see Cyclops going forward though, trying to build a castle over here. I'm gonna try to take control of the middle. He still has the score lead, although he might lose it now as he is falling behind the villager count once again by the very nice raid over here from GoldenEnd. And after a very solid feudal and early castle age for Cyclops, he is starting to fall behind now. A lot of villagers for blue, who is still at 1 TC only, gonna go for... Actually, never mind, he is at 3 TCs already. So villager count should, in the best of cases, still equal. In the worst case scenario for Cyclops, he should start falling behind, as he cannot really afford to keep villager production from all the buildings, from all the TCs that he has at this point, 5 TCs. A lot of idle villagers. GoldenEnd with a lot of idle villagers as well. Not so much anymore, only 7 and only 6 for red. This is not good. Mangonel should get sniped by the cavalry archer. Oh, that's a great shot. GoldenEnd not really paying attention in multiple places at the same time, so probably trying to micro over here or trying to defend over here from the skirmishers. Is going to lose most of the army that he had over there, leaving only 3 very low HP cavalry archers. So 2 castles up for red. He lost the villager lead. He lost the fishing ship lead. GoldenEnd going for additional docks is gonna look forward to take advantage of the fishing. The game all of a sudden is looking a lot better for red. For blue, sorry. Oh my god. And I don't know what he could have done. He probably could have tried to go for a mangonel or 2 before trying to finish the castle. Committing to the castle like that was pretty YOLO. He didn't have to either. Oh, there's one demolition shot for a single villager. What happened over there? heard something, but I didn't see any demos. Defensive castle coming up for GoldenEnd. That's going to be the first castle for him. That's going to allow him to go for Marauders, and that's going to allow him to go for Tarkans from the stables, although I don't think that's what he's going to try and do. So military count still consistently over twice as high for GoldenEnd. Cyclops now considerably behind in villager count. He was so much ahead. If we go and take a look at the total amount of resources, why we see all of the villagers dying, we can see that Cyclops still has collected overall more food. He has collected significantly less wood though. He has collected a lot more stone and less gold. So mixed bag eco for both players, and GoldenEnd now is in a very rough spot. Caught between the stone and the hard place. Crossbows going down, that's the defensive crossbows. Okay, GoldenEnd not paying attention over there, trying to defend here on water. He's gonna try and make use of the mangonel. There's a lot of fire ships over here. Is paying attention now? Nope, still gonna lose both. Actually, we're gonna do this. Keep track of how they die. Mangonel with very good shot over there. This is probably one of the small things. Okay, there we go. 1 for 1, but in reality like 7 for 2. That's like one of the things that differentiates. Oh, good mangonel shot there. It's gonna deny the dog. Not gonna make a huge difference though. We already have 4 dogs over there. This castle is gonna allow GoldenEnd also to go for additional dogs over here without getting harassed heavily. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff that really differentiates, in my opinion, like the 2.4 and plus K players, 2.4, 2.5K players that we have seen already play a lot. They can keep up with everything, which is insane. It's very hard to do. As you can see, very high level and very skilled players like GoldenEnd and Cyclops usually fall behind in terms of APM and paying attention to multiple spots at once, or at least a lot more frequently than more top tier players. But that is something that you cannot really fix very easily. That's something that really requires a lot of time and practice. Anyway, Cyclops now in Imperial Age with 15 military units, 30 population behind, or 30 villagers behind, and actually almost 50 population behind. Now all of these villagers are going to go down, and Cyclops just can't keep sending villagers unprotected far away. He knows that there are cavalry archers all over the place. He's trying to go for mangonels. Mangonels of course are not very mobile. So yeah, they're gonna take a long time to get there, and even then I don't think it's gonna be enough to deal with this. Let's see though. Not a very good shot. Imperial Age on the way for GoldenEnd as well. Bosso, Ballistics. Same castle count for both players. We have already one trebuchet out though for Cyclops, who at this point still has a war galley, so he's not gonna go for galleon, not like he has the resources anyway. But additional dogs coming up now for GoldenEnd. It's going to be a total of 5 dogs. A lot of war galleys. 9 war galleys over there. Only 2 over here for red. And going for the trebuchets over here, I think it's kind of sloppy. He should probably try and deploy them over here so that he doesn't get harassed by water units, but at this point it's too late. That castle is most likely going to stay up, but let's see. He's probably banking on the castle to defend the trebuchets. We have Tarkans now. Tarkans are going to be great versus skirmishers, versus archers from Japanese. They are going to, they're even going to do very good against Japanese cavalier. As Tarkans, fully upgraded elite Tarkans, they get actually 170 HP. Very high pierce armor, so very effective for raiding as well. You can potentially try and go for Paladins, but probably Tarkans makes a little bit more sense right now. GoldenEnd not choosing to go for the trebuchets instead, getting harassed by a couple of arbalists over here, lost a couple of villagers. Cyclops switching north over here, he's gonna try to get villagers, but both arbalists are gonna get picked up by the mangonel. There we go, so that's only one villager going down in the wood line. And we have a lot of action going on all over the place. So the Tarkan is going to go down to the arbalist. Marauders, if I'm not mistaken, should have been researched already, and we're gonna take a look at that. Actually, no, he did not research Marauders. He still has the other castle to do so. But yeah, we're gonna have Arbalists versus Cavalry Archers. These guys are not HCA yet, so not heavy Cavalry Archers. Three trebuchets. Still the gold miners getting harassed here by the war galley, and I think probably 2 went down already over there. Villager count still significantly higher for GoldenEnd, but he's gonna start losing some ground over here. Going forward with a couple of trebuchets, that's probably in this click. Ah, he can take the trebuchet. He's gonna try to take the trebuchet. That's going to be one trebuchet for free. That is very bad for GoldenEnd, not paying attention over there. He's getting pushed over here now as well, and that's still 2 castles up for the Japanese player, only 1 for the Han player. War Galley should be going down to the Arbalest, however, very tanky unit with 8 pierce armor. So trying to pay more attention over here. Cyclops is gonna need to defend these units quite nicely, but we have a lot of heavy cavalry archers, or cavalry archers, sorry, over here from the Han player. Leather archer armor coming up, chemistry coming up, already with bracer, conscription coming up now for Cyclops. Leather archer armor has been researched already. Actually, padded archer armor has been researched now for Rev. And that can be very, very troublesome, as these units have the +3, soon to have the +4. And these units with only +1 pierce armor. A castle coming up over here with only 2 villagers, that's not enough. That is not good. That is not good. He's gonna have to go back. Trying to micro over there with the arbalist. 1 villager, potentially both villagers are gonna go down now. And this is a lot of villagers that you can't afford to lose. He's not sending. Oh, this is so bad. He's gonna try to go forward with the arbalist and try to defend this to get the castle up. Might work though. Alright, alright. Placing the castle over there is a lot more sensible. He could still have tried to go for a more aggressive castle since he was going forward with the arbalist over there. But let's take a look over here. So still some raiding going on for GoldenEnd. Idling a good amount of villagers over here. So 24 villagers idle for Cyclops. Taking the farms. Trebuchets taking some Wadi units. Let's see. Oh, well, if those were Han trebuchets, they would be 35% more accurate for a total accuracy of 50% up from 15%. So, just saying, maybe not so irrelevant in this map anymore if you're gonna go for trebuchets versus Wada units. But anyway, Arbalest now coming up. Skirmishers coming up now for GoldenEnd with a lot of archer ranges. Villager count, of course, still quite a bit higher for Blue, who is now behind in score. But let's see, we're gonna need Mangonas here. Cyclops potentially should be trying to go for Mangonels. He's trying to get rid of this for the time being. All of the cavalry archers should be going down to skirmishers over here. He is pulling the arbalest back towards the castle, and we're gonna see another castle coming up for the Japanese player. Let's see the trebuchets though, fighting the water units quite convincingly. Oh, the arbalists are not gonna be good. Oh, the castle is going to get denied. The castle is going to get denied. Arbalists are not gonna do a lot of damage over here. 9 damage versus 8 pierce armor. Actually, the galleon can stay here and deny the castle, but he is not aware of it. These arbalists are not enough. He could have denied the castle. He's gonna try and rely on the trebuchet instead, but we have 3 trebuchets from red over here. Now red can go for samurai. Samurai are gonna trade favorably against skirmishers. He can try to go for mangonels. Mangonels are gonna be great versus both cavalry archers and skirmishers. However, he doesn't really have a lot of resources. 1 castle up with less than half HP, trying to get rid of the trebuchets from blue. Getting 1 down for sure. Getting potentially the other one, let's see. Oh, 1 villager stopping the stone ball with the head. There we go. That's going to be the trebuchet getting saved. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Good thing that these guys don't have ballistics, otherwise that would not be so good. Trebuchet is going to get to be saved over there. We have a lot of stables coming up now and a couple of archery ranges for blue on the west. So we're gonna see some light cavalry research already on the way for GoldenEnd. Chain Paladin armor for the +2/+2 defense. Stables coming up over here, and this is where the Japanese shoes shine. Being an infantry civ versus a cavalry civ, you can go for halberdier, of course. Cyclops is not exactly floating on resources, only 114 population versus 171. But going for halberdier, going for samurai even, could potentially be good versus the light cavalry. Remember that Japanese infantry attacks 33% faster. Let's see. No, this is not live. These are recorded games. These have been played throughout the weekend, and we are casting right now the quarterfinals. So it's going to be Cyclops versus GoldenEnd. Afterwards, we're going to be doing Project Belgium versus GKT Cloud. And tomorrow, we're going to be covering Rubenstock and don't really recall the other series. Rubenstock and can't recall the series right now. Really trying to focus in this game, so we can probably talk between the games about that. GoldenEnd taking full water control in this pawn. Probably not very significant though. I'm not really sure if it's worth it trying to go for that water. But anyway, Cyclops trying to deny this water for GoldenEnd. This is going to be a little bit more important, as he is going to need to keep this without any blue units, just to keep all the buildings and the units protected. But anyway, a lot of units here from blue, getting ready to strike from this area. Now all the buildings are up, but stone walls have been built over here for Cyclops. However, GoldenEnd has the water control over here, so he can potentially try and go and transport some units over. He's not gonna go for any transport ships though. Very slow push from both players. This is going to be the moment to engage finally. And the Hussars with forging, plate Paladin armor, should be taking all trebuchets. So that is not good. He's also garrisoning all the arbalists in the castle. The third trebuchet is going to go down. That is a couple of units that he couldn't really afford to lose. He only has access to 1 gold if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna take a look at the villager distribution though. This is very inefficient. He's finally gonna realize this and try to fix it. However, gold miners, only 3 villagers on gold. Both players with only 3 gold miners at this point. Now, Cyclops had a lot more villagers, but they were not working very efficiently. And once again, cannot stress enough how inefficient the gold spawning is over there. And how inconvenient it is for Cyclops, who can potentially go for this one. He also has another gold over here, though I'm not very sure if he scouted that. He has not scouted that. But yeah, a lot of action going on all over the place. Cyclops gonna call the GG as he gets pushed with the trebuchet over here. And not much else. I think probably harassed over here by the galleon with 11 range. Yeah, he was probably getting harassed over here. Very weird game. Cyclops gonna call it, and that's gonna bring the score now up to 2-0 in favor of GoldenEnd. So let's go to the achievements and take a look, and I want to see how that castle reflects on the timeline. So KV, exactly even for both players, 1-1. Buildings raised, a lot better for Cyclops. Largest army, a lot better for GoldenEnd. If we take a look at the economy stats, food, wood, stone, and gold collected. Higher for GoldenEnd. Fuel Age, Castle Age, Imperial Age, Cyclops. But yeah, really failing to take advantage of the faster uptimes, and this is when things went to crap, man. Look at the villager lead over here, exactly before he starts trying to build a castle. He had over 50% more villagers than GoldenEnd. Suddenly going down. Awful. How do you pick a wall while watching the Rex? You do shift and click the flare button. Alright, so we're gonna go for the third game. Potential match point. So stay tuned. Alright, so game 3 is going to be played in Double Arabia. I'm gonna jump in. Welcome everyone to the third game of the best of 5 series between GoldenEnd and Cyclops for the quarterfinals in the Golden League Aspiring Experts tournament. The Golden League for the Aspiring Experts tournament. We have GoldenEnd playing with Indians and we have Cyclops playing with Indians. Now usually everyone goes for Hans and Double Arabia, which is what we are seeing right now. However, GoldenEnd went for Hans in Crisscross, which was game 2. So it's gonna have to go for Indians over here. First game was Vikings for both of them. So probably Hans did get banned for Cyclops. So let's see. Taking a look at the map generation, we have a lot of gold in the middle, although this is arguably GoldenEnd's gold. This one and this one towards the south or the center of the map, and so south of his north base. He does have a back main goal behind his main base, and the game crashed. Alright, great. Game crashed. Am I live? Yes. ISP is up? Yes. Wait for the program to respond. Okay, we're gonna have to start the game over. Hold on. There we go. Let's hope it works this time around. Okay, take two. Today's stream not going particularly smooth, you know? Anyway, welcome everyone to the third game of the series between GoldenEnd and Cyclops. This is the first set in the quarterfinals for the Golden League in the Aspiring Experts tournament. After this, we're going to be casting Project Belgium versus GKT Cloud. But yeah, right now we are in Double Arabia. Both players are going to be playing Indians. So yeah, this is just regular Arabia, but you start with 2 TCs as if it was for 4 players. So we have one back gold for GoldenEnd's south base. We have one back gold for GoldenEnd's north base. We have 2 forward, actually 4 forward golds for both bases of blue. While red on the other hand, the south base doesn't have any back gold. We have 1, 2 forward golds, 3, 4 forward golds. This is looking awful. So the main goal for the south base is in the north. The main goal for the north base is in the north as well. I would say probably the map generation here favoring slightly GoldenEnd once again with 2 very, very pretty back golds on both bases. So the reads have already been called. So there is no chance to go for another read this time around. The Cyclops is just gonna have to suck it up and play this one through. He does have one back wood line in the north base. He does have another one over here. Both wood lines with pawns in the middle. In the south base, he has a back wood line with another pawn in the middle and another one with a huge pawn as well. So map generations is really looking bad for red. Blue on the other hand, this is so Viper. He has 2 full tree lines, no pawns over here, and in the south base he has another set of extra woods, and he can even use these 2 walls. So oh my god, this is ridiculous. Yeah, he has a lot of wood, no water in the middle. Back golds, this is fantastic. Now the only thing that's going against him is all the elevations. So the south map is arguably kind of cratery. The north one has huge elevations in the north, some on the southwest, but forward is quite alright. For Cyclops on the other hand, very, very plain base in the north. And the south situation for him, very, very plain as well. So that's one thing that he's gonna have going for him. I'm not really sure if I would prefer that to having back gold and no pawns in the tree lines, but yeah, that's okay. We're gonna have to see how the map plays a role in this game. So common strategies for this map, we have seen people using one of the bases to grow economically and the other base to try and go kind of offensively, so kind of like slinging yourself. We have seen players trying to go for full map walls. So in this case, you would have to go for a full north to south wall, a diagonal wall across the whole map. Not very cheap or very efficient, but we have seen players do that. And we have seen in past sets also players actually winning games because of going for full map walls. For the time being, though, 2 extra villagers for Cyclops. In this map, there we go, so villager parity. In this map, you should not fall behind by more than 1 villager. Because even if you go for Loom, having 2 TCs means that you are never really idle at 2 TCs at once. So yeah, at least in Dark Age, you should have the same amount of villagers. Fuel Age upgrade coming up now for GoldenEnd. Gonna be there at 9 minutes and 25 seconds in this map. It's also very common to go for fast castles. As you can see, we have 38 and 37 villagers for both players. So for Cyclops, 38, 37 for GoldenEnd. That's gonna allow you to grow economically quite significantly, and you don't really need to wait a whole lot to go for Castle Age after hitting Fuel. So even if you don't go for a fast castle build, which you could probably pull in this map, it's still very easy to go up. Of course, very easy to go up to Imperial Age, or at least easier as well. So let's see. Starting with 2 TCs also means that you start with 2 scouts. So players usually, once you get some good scouting information, you can start going with both scouts at once. Together rather, so as to avoid the other scouts from getting yours. Oh, is that paying attention? GoldenEnd lost his chance to get, oh my god, GoldenEnd lost his chance to get 2 snaps over there almost for free. He was paying attention over here though, trying to damage some villagers, get some eco lead. At the very least, it's gonna cause some idle time over there. He is going to lose 1 scout to 1 villager. That is only gonna bring parity to the villager count, and as a matter of fact, Cyclops at this point in time still has 1 extra vill. So not the best situation for GoldenEnd, losing 1 scout, missing the opportunity of sniping both scouts from Cyclops over there, and also not getting ahead in villager count. So Castle Age coming up now for blue, and let's take a look. He is not going for walls in the north, he is not going for walls in the south. He is going for military buildings in the north though, so he's gonna try to strike the north base probably. We're gonna have military buildings going up for both players in the north. And yeah, at this point neither player really going for walls, and I'm not really sure about this. Yeah, I think playing this style in the semifinals probably not gonna work. Both players are very open, and we see some slight signs of walls coming up now for Cyclops, but still not really committed to it. Both players going up to Castle Age, 2 extra villagers for Cyclops going up 52 seconds later, which is not good. With 2 TCs, 2 villagers behind should only signify 25 seconds of difference. I probably missed a research over there, maybe he was going for Town Watch, let's see. No, not really. Wheelbarrow, of course, also not there. But let's see. Very exposed gold, very exposed lumberjacks over here. Both players really playing super open. Oh, there we go. So some wallings coming up now for GoldenEnd. Going for the safest, probably smartest plays. So we have 1 stable up already, 1 camel coming out, 2nd stable going up. We have already 2 stables for Cyclops over there. Both players gonna go heavily into camels. Now, we have seen in Indian matchups a lot of players, especially in arena, when you get the chance to boom a lot, going for halberdier, hand cannoneer, and bombard cannons. This time around both players are going to try to go for camels. Now this is not exactly arena, you are going to need the mobility because you want to raid or try and raid, but if you go for the walls in one map you can potentially get away with playing arena style. Anyway, one villager going down over there, that's going to be a good snipe. Now finally Cyclops, actually no, Cyclops still with the lead. Camels now doing some good damage over there. We have already 2 forward camels, but we have 3 defensive camels here from Cyclops. So GoldenEnd's not going to be able to do a lot of damage over there. We have already a second TC up in the south base of Cyclops map. We have only 1 TC in the north. For GoldenEnd, on the other hand, we have 1 TC only over here in the south base. We also have only 1 TC, so it's going to be 3 versus 2. And villager production should be higher right now for Cyclops. However, that means that he's not going to be able to afford so much army production. Now, Indians, one bonus that they get is 10, 15, 20 and 25 cheaper villagers in Dark, Feudal, Castle and Imperial Age. However, because they are playing the same civ, that's not going to make a huge difference. If you are playing versus other civ and you want to boom and also go for military, that's probably very helpful. That's actually definitely very helpful for Indians. However, in mirrored civs, your bonus kind of counter each other, so yeah, if you go for more TCs as Indians versus Indians going for less TCs, you should start to fall behind in military. But yeah, we can see already 2 villager lead for GoldenEnd. Very likely to start skyrocketing in future. Actually, for Cyclops should be getting ahead. I'm not really sure why he's not. Do we have 3 TCs already for blue as well? That doesn't seem to be the case. Yeah, red should be getting the lead over here. But very smart play from GoldenEnd, adding a couple of monks. So we're gonna see almost like a Hunnish kind of war over here, except with camels instead of knights. So 2 monasteries coming up for Cyclops. If we take a look at the resource count, we can see both players doing quite alright, about the same. Villager distribution looking very similar, more villagers on food for GoldenEnd though, which should allow him to keep producing more camel units. Now if we take a look at the total amount of food produced, we have about the same. As for wood, we have slightly more wood for GoldenEnd, we have slightly more gold for him, and that's very surprising considering that Cyclops had more villagers for a longer period of time. GoldenEnd in the lead economically, gonna manage to convert 1 camel over here. And both players are going heavily into monks, so that's going to be 1 conversion here for sure. Let's see. Indians get good camels, they don't, good monks, I'm sorry, they don't get heresy. But other than that, I think they get all the texts. I think heresy is like the only one they don't get. More conversions coming up. Numbers here are in favor of red for sure. And the player who was going for more eco is now also getting more military. Let's take a look over here though. 16 military, 3 extra villagers, trying to lead the camel over there. Potential conversions coming up over here. Camel's taking ages to kill 1 monk. Spearman coming up. No pikeman research at this point in time for red. No spearman coming out for blue. No pikeman research for him either. Gold shaft mining and forging on the way for blue, so that's gonna allow him to get some more gold faster. That's going to be the +1 attack. We already have the +1 attack for Cyclops, so the military lead definitely in place for red. A lot of monks over here. That's gonna be 5 monks potentially more on the way. It's going to be 6 months very soon. We have extra stables coming up, and he's gonna look forward into going full Castle Age, heavily into camels. And let's take a look over here. That's 5 monks potentially for 5 conversions. 1 monk going down for blue, another monk potentially going down. And the game's looking slightly better for Cyclops over here, at least in terms of numbers. And with the Spearman over here, red is dominating. Red is dominating over here. A lot of reinforcements coming out for blue though. And the TC over there, alright. Cyclops gonna have to retreat now. But that's another conversion. That's going to be 8 camels versus what at this point looks like 11. 11 camels, 2 monks. We have over here as well 12 camels, 3 monks. But let's see though. Faith is one valuable resource. And you can only convert so fast with a limited amount of monks, of course. Two monks, 10 camels, 13 camels, and pikemen for blue. So GoldenEnd, is he gonna pull another one of these? Falling behind in eco, 18 extra villagers for red, but this has happened in the past. He is getting pressured quite heavily. But he still manages to bounce back by taking better decisions. So, or rather, Cyclops probably making bad decisions. At this point though, he hasn't really done anything bad. Okay, so engaging against the pikeman, that's an awful decision. He's still doing it. He had less camels. Now he's fighting more camels and pikemen. Indian camels, regular camels are not that powerful. Pikeman upgrade, scale mail armor coming up now for Cyclops. That's going to be the +1 defense for the pikeman. But at this point he is getting kind of overrun. Trying to go heavily into archery ranges and barracks. Why archery ranges? Well, Indians get fully upgraded heavy cavalry archers. You can potentially try and go for skirmishers if you want to get the cheaper unit out. The cheaper unit that's going to serve a purpose of countering the pikeman. However, he's going to choose to go for archers instead. Archers are going to be good versus pikemen and camels, not only against pikemen, which is the case for skirmishers. But let's see, probably GoldenEnd is gonna try and go for a Mangonel when he notices the archers. And another very common strategy going for or against Indians is going pikemen and siege. That is very common if you go against Indians or against Franks. So we can potentially see a GoldenEnd switching over to that instead. A lot of military buildings coming up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 barracks up, 1 siege workshop. For Cyclops, on the other hand, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 barracks, 1 siege workshop as well, going into Scorpions. Probably pikemen and Mangonel is going to be the answer to that, so we're going to see GoldenEnd going for the Mangonel. Mangonel is probably going to try, Cyclops is probably going to try and counter the Mangonel with the camels, but that's not going to be good because of the defensive spearmen over here, or pikemen rather. This is an awful engagement for Cyclops, and he keeps doing it. He keeps trying to get value out of the trades, going for the power plays. But he's not managing to do that. He's getting heavily outnumbered over here. Now, Imperial H on the way for GoldenEnd, who was with less villagers, but because of going for cheaper units over here, was able to afford going up. Now, not a lot of resources for Cyclops at this point in time. He is still gonna keep the score lead by the time GoldenEnd hits Imperial Age. But against Onagers, against Halberdier, it's going to be a lot trickier for Red to keep his position now. Another thing I must probably state over here is how both players are sticking to the middle, while probably higher level players would try to raid all over the map, get yeah, get very busy all over the place. So we have Cyclops going for a castle in the south. We have at this point already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 DCs for red. We have 1, 2, 3, 2 DCs only for GoldenEnd, so it's very surprising that he didn't fall further behind the villager count. Still though, going up to village means that he was able to produce villagers from a single TC at this point with 22 villagers less than red. 1 castle's up already for Cyclops, still in castle age, so not gonna be able to go for trebuchets. However, that's gonna enable... I'm not really sure. Oh yeah, the unique tech. Because going for battle for elephant archers at this point in time doesn't really make a lot of sense. Still though, Cyclops heavily committing to rams and crossbows. Some siege, going for mangonels as well. That ram is going to get picked up by the mangonel over here. He's not trying to get the mangonel. Oh, great trade! Great shot! That mangonel is going to go down though. And these guys with +2/+2 are not going to be so tanky. GoldenEnd is going to go for padded archer armor, so we're going to see a switch into ranged units. And once again, they can go for cavalry archers, they can go for crossbows are alright, but cavalry archers are fully upgraded for Indians. The game is kind of stale over here. We have more siege units garrisoned in the siege workshop. We have the ram taking the barracks down. Oh, and we have a castle going up now for GoldenEnd. Nope, this is not live. These are recorded games. These have been played throughout the weekend. We are covering them now. So Cyclops is gonna start massing some light cavalry over here. Probably gonna try to start raiding a little bit. This is very much unprotected, so there's only a handful of halberdier over there. There's a lot more army over here in the middle. Over here though, we have another castle up for Cyclops. This is still very much unprotected, and if he tries to go, now that he is gonna hit Imperial Age, if he tries to go for Hussar, he can potentially do a lot of damage to those unprotected units. So 1 castle is already up, siege workshop going up already. Both players in Imperial Age, trebuchet coming out for GoldenEnd. We have, let's see, insta trebuchet. We don't have any trebuchets coming up for Cyclops, which is very unfortunate. If he went for the trebuchet over here, took the TC down, he could raid here pretty freely. So we are gonna see a defensive castle coming up for GoldenEnd. Potentially gonna get denied though. We have 5 light cavalry running away from a couple of halberdier, makes sense. GoldenEnd getting the trebuchet out, gonna take this to see down, and it seems like time and time again, Cyclops mechanically getting ahead of GoldenEnd, but ultimately falling behind and dying to better decision making from the blue player. Second game, trying to go for a defensive castle, to which he lost over almost 50% of his entire eco. This time around, trying to engage pikemen and more camels with an inferior number of camels. Now, not going for trebuchets. There we go, trebuchets finally on the way now for red. We have heavy cavalry archers as well. That is very, very good. Leather archer armor coming out, that's going to be 2/2. Chemistry coming out, that's going to be +4 attack in total, with bracer already researched. And halberdier shouldn't really do anything over here to these archers. He is going to send a good amount over here though. So we have bombard cannon and halberdier going back to defend. This goal is going to get denied for Cyclops. A lot of villagers are going to go down, but still with 20 something more villagers, 24, 23 more villagers. Hand cannoneer up for GoldenEnd. Not gonna trade favorably against the heavy cavalry archers, but over here these guys are getting pushed back by the bombard cannon and the halberdier. So idle military units over there. Heavy, the bombard cannons are going to go down to the heavy cavalry archers. A single halberdier, I think he took already 2 villagers. Oh, Cyclops not noticing. He's not noticing. But he's going for another castle, so that's going to be the 3rd castle for him. Now the hill advantage, we were talking about this. GoldenEnd had a very, very nice resource spawning in this map, so he had 2 very, very generous gold piles spawning behind the 2 initial TCs, but he also had a lot of elevations around those, so that castle is going to be that much harder for him to take down. So that turret should take the TC down. Keep in mind that he was still sticking to only 2 TCs, and at this point that's also the case. So this TC is going to go down eventually to trebuchets. And without TCs, he's not going to be able to keep producing villagers, and that means that he is going to need to go for extra TCs, or he's going to need to start taking special care with the existing villagers that he already has. So bad engagement over there for Cyclops, losing a lot of heavy cavalry archers to a couple of halberdier. He is going to deny the stone though, he is going to get 1 extra villager, but he is going to die now to the castle even. Not really paying a lot of attention. But let's see, we have 2 trebuchets from blue driving this castle down. That shouldn't really go down, to be honest. Is gonna deploy the trebuchet now, gonna target the TC, and with the hill advantage, that TC is going to take 554 damage. That's going to go down to only 5 shots. That is insane. The hill advantage, man. 3 trebuchets taking down 1 castle uphill is not gonna be enough to get the castle down with a couple of villagers repairing, but 1 trebuchet with the hill advantage is gonna take 1 TC down in 5 shots. So a lot of heavy cavalry archers over here, another trebuchet with the hill advantage taking the TC down, and now blue doesn't have any TCs, and we have a very limited production of villagers. Actually, that's going to be 0 now for blue. So 1 castle should potentially go down. There we go, Cyclops has run out of stones, so that one is going to go down. To the bombard cannons, we're going to see another castle going down. That's going to bring the total amount of castle count down to only 1 for red, still up to 4 for blue. So trying to protect as much of his eco as possible with the castle, but Cyclops once again taking some damage, free damage from the castle with the heavy cavalry archers. So let's take a look over here. 3 trebuchets are going to siege this castle down. That's going to leave a lot of villagers unprotected, as the castle is not going to have enough population or garrison in space to garrison all the villagers. Elephant archers in a pro match, that is not usual. A lot of villagers here potentially going down to halberdier, not going to be a huge issue, as Cyclops does have TCs to produce villagers from. So GoldenEnd's buying a castle. Where is it gonna go though? Oh, over here. I don't think that's going to go up. I don't think that's going to go up. He's going with a lot of villagers. Okay, let's see. The elephant archers went down to halberdier most likely. Trebuchets over here for blue. Alright, that castle is going to go up. There are no military units to speak of from Cyclops over here. He is pushing quite heavily in the south though. So a trebuchet from blue is going to go down over there. Light cavalry is still in the field, on the field for Cyclops. Hussar on the way. Chain barding armor for the +3, +4 defense. And that castle is going to go down for sure. So uphill, but 4 trebuchets should still be quite enough, especially as GoldenEnd doesn't really want to commit to repairing this. He's going to switch all of his eco around instead, so we have 1 defensive castle over there. Still the elephant archers are going to go down to the halberdier, and look at how much damage they take. Getting raided by a Hussar over here. He doesn't have any defense. He's getting housed now at 140 total potential villagers. Or population space, 145, 94 villagers, and a lot of vitals. A lot of vital villagers over here. That's probably half his eco. trying to get garrisoned in the castle, which by the way doesn't really have all the garrison in space. So very effective raiding over here. GoldenEnd still trying to push, still with a good amount of army over here. We have hand cannoneers, we have skirmishers, we have halberdiers, so it's a very strong army, or at least a very mixed army. Doing a lot of damage over here, to be honest, taking a lot of buildings, but I don't expect this to survive forever. We take a look at the halberdier count, that's only 11. That could potentially go down to cavalry archers, that could go down to a large number of hussars as well. If we take a look over here, we can see that Cyclops really has the resources to go for either thing. So 182 population, 116 total villagers for red, but the resources, man, if we take a look at the resources from both players, we can see only 200, 200, 300, 200 for GoldenEnd. That's 3.4k, 1k, 300 and 2k for Cyclops, who is with a lot more villagers. Total amount of resources collected slightly, actually quite a bit better for red as well. But yeah, the game should be going in favor of Cyclops. GoldenEnd might be trying to hold on here or to go for the 3-0 victory, but with only 1 TC and 83 villagers is not going to be able to get back into the game. Yeah. Second TC went up now for blue. A lot of heavy cavalry archers and bombard cannons here from red. And GoldenEnd is going to call the GG. Alright, that's going to be the 2-1 in this series, and we're gonna load up the fourth game after checking the achievements. Military 3-2 KD, actually no, that's like 6-5 KD for Cyclops. Larger eco all over the board except for stone collected. Castle Age, Fuel Age and Imperial Age time faster for GoldenEnd, unfortunately unable to take advantage of that. And total amount of castles 5-3 in favor of blue as well. Villager high 143 to 120. 120 by the way, which went down to under 90 total villagers in the end. So very good game over there, very long game, and actually Cyclops managing to get the game after a very rough Castle Age. So stay tuned, we are gonna go for a very short break. Don't pay attention to the counter, it's actually gonna be more like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes tops, and we're gonna jump into the fourth game for the potential match point, and then we're gonna jump into the next sets. So stay tuned. Alright, there we go. Welcome everyone to the fourth game in the series, the best of 5 series between GoldenEnd and Cyclops. This is going to be for the quarterfinals of the Golden League in the Aspiring Experts tournament. This map, as you can see over here, is continental. So we're gonna have some water, we're gonna have a lot of land. And yeah, the civilizations are Italians for GoldenEnd. Cyclops is gonna be playing Malay. Now Malay are naval civ, Italians are archers and naval as well. Now bonuses for both civilizations, well, Italians get 15% cheaper up ages cost, so going up ages is 15% cheaper for them, 15% cheaper fishing ships, 50% cheaper dock tax. There we go. Yeah, as you can see. And finally, gunpowder units cost minus 20%. They also get access to the Condottiero in Imperial Age, which is an anti-gunpowder infantry unit from the barracks, available to Italians and their allies in Imperial Age. For Cyclops, on the other hand, Malay get 80% faster age research time, so you can click up later and still manage to go up sooner. You also get 30% cheaper battle elephants. That is very convenient for Malay. And finally, what is the other one? Oh yeah, 33% cheaper fish traps that also provide unlimited food. That is actually quite significant. Why? Well, in Continental we have 2 stripes of water here, as you can see, one in the east, one in the center and the west. And because of that, you can potentially go for fishing in the outer water. You can go for Navy in the center water if you want to support your land units. But having unlimited food from the water is quite a big deal, and we're probably gonna see GoldenEnd try and deny that bonus for Cyclops. So we're probably gonna see the blue player trying to go heavily on water to deny it. And also there's another thing for Malay. They, in Castle Age, if you build a castle and you research their castle unique tech, which is thalassocracy, your docks become harbors, and harbors are like shoreline towers. All of your docks become harbors, and harbors shoot towers. Shoot arrows. And that is also very powerful. We have seen that being used in Continental quite a bit to great success. So that is something that we could see potentially, of course. On land, Malay, on top of the elephants, they get the Karambit Warrior, which only takes half the population space, so that is also very good for them. If you go for a lot of Karambit, you can overwhelm an army of more powerful units, just by sheer number. Map generation though, main goal and side goal kind of on the back for Cyclops, so this time around is slightly better map generation for him. Main stone forward, and the other stone is on the back around the wood line over here, not the best. Another gold around the wood line over there, and then we have more stone and gold as we go around the ring of land. So for GoldenEnd we have back gold, and that's about it. Yeah, he has a stone over here around the pond. The other golds are very far away, very far away. So I would say probably the map generation this time around is a lot better for Cyclops. Wood generation fairly similar. Of course, GoldenEnd is going to get the wood on the east, while Cyclops is going to get the wood on the west, but it's kind of similar as well. So 2 large bodies of trees joined together by one single line of trees, so same over here. We have already docks up for both players. We have extra fishing ships for the Italian player though. Quite interesting. And there we go, we're gonna see Fuel H clicked up already for GoldenEnd. Cyclops, on the other hand, is going to go for Loon right now, so he should be at a villager lead. Exactly, so 22 villagers, he's going to click up. Keep in mind that the 80% faster research time for going up ages for melee is going to mean that he is going to be up in fuel age actually faster than GoldenEnd, despite clicking up later. Or actually, that doesn't seem to be the case. He doesn't have the resources yet. He fell short on the sheep. There were 2 sheep over here that GoldenEnd took. As you can see, he has a lot. So the uptime is not ideal now for Cyclops, who is, by the way, getting housed. This is not looking very good. Alright, he's going to be able to click up though. He is not going to be up faster than GoldenEnd, but he is going to go up significantly faster in terms of idle TC time. So we have 4 extra villagers for only the cost of 2 villager production time in the TC, going up only 40 seconds later. Not even 2, to be honest. 1.5 villager worth of TC time. Anyway, fuel age already up now. Double beat axe coming up. Horse collar not gonna be necessary, of course. And what are we gonna see? So fire galleys, yeah, we have 1, 2 fire galleys coming out. He already knows where the dock is for Cyclops. Cyclops, of course, is going to hit fuel age now. Oh, the dock is going to get denied. He's gonna have to bring villagers over. That's gonna be 4 villagers against a single scout, and I'm not really sure if that's gonna be enough even. The villager went down! So that's 1 villager down. Now, only 1 extra villager for red. That dock is going to go up, but he is not going for fire galleys yet. We have fire galleys on the way now already for blue. Yeah, that is the music you want to hear if you are sailing on a fire galley. Bam, bam. Anyway, barracks coming up now for red, who managed to sneak a villager around the land. And what else are we gonna see? I don't think we're gonna stick to only infantry here. Infantry is not the strength of melee in VOH. In terms of potential army, well, melee get fully upgraded arbalest. They get, of course, the cheap elephants, they get the karambit, but also, especially in Imperial Age, they get the Force Levi unique tech, which allows them to train 2-handed swordsmen for no gold. So that is very nice. Alright, there we go. So archers it's going to be. So I would expect him to try and go archers and potentially elephants in Castle Age, or crossbows and elephants. The Italian player can go for archers himself, so being an archery save of course is very good. But Italians also get access to Genoese crossbow from the castle. While it's harder to get to that point where you can produce Genoese crossbows, and it's also very limiting, the fact that you can only produce from the castle and you can potentially get outproduced. Genoese crossbows are very, very effective archery unit that counter cavalry or mounted units. So elephants should potentially go down as well to Genoese crossbows. Cyclops getting housed once again. And I think that was also the case for GoldenEnd for just a short period of time over there. So same villager count. We have already a defensive fire galley over here. And yeah, Cyclops is going to push these fire galleys away. It's going to be right over here. But this is what I'm interested in. So archers queued up already. Fletching on the way. Wheelbarrow as well for Cyclops. Going for eco and military upgrades. And we're going to have some archers doing some damage over here, as we don't have any towers or any defensive walling for GoldenEnd, who was probably not expecting Cyclops to go around this area. So the most obvious way or place to put the walls is here in the middle, so the choke point that joins your piece of land with the middle. But yeah, this is very much unprotected. That's going to be 3 archers, potentially 4 archers with fletching from Cyclops. ready to strike GoldenEnd's eco, where it hurts the most. Oh, look at the amount of fire galleys. Though we have 6 fire galleys, GoldenEnd going up already to Castle H. The Italian bonus of getting 15% cheaper H researches. And Cyclops not even close to clicking up. He's gonna have to retreat now. Very, very nice eco management. Oh no, he told on himself. Oh no. He had the chance to be stealthy over here. He told on himself he has to go under the DC. Oh my god, Cyclops gonna lose 1, 2 archers, all 3 archers, potentially the spearman as well. Oh my god, that was such a bad, that was such an unfortunate event. Telling on himself, attacking the house, going under the TC with only 1 surviving archer. Now, yeah, the villager's just gonna turn around and fight this. 1 scout's not gonna be insanely threatening, 1 archer's not gonna be insanely threatening. The villager might end up going down though, there we go. But that's a lot of military units going down for free pretty much, only 1 villager. Is gonna start sending more archers forward. Villager count still higher for Red at this point, who successfully managed to push him away. So GoldenEnd not really able to do the damage that he was hoping for. We have some demolition rafts and a good amount of fire galleys over here. But man, Castle H has finished researching for GoldenEnd. Very, very strong eco management. GoldenEnd on the other hand, Cyclops on the other hand, getting very close to clicking up himself, only 20 foot away from clicking up. That's going to be it. There we go, and going up now. Fortunately, because of the melee upgrade, he's going to be able to go out to Castle H super fast, only 20 minutes and 58 seconds, so that's 1 minute away. And we have a lot of fire galleys versus 3 fire ships. Should be going in favor of Red. He's gonna need to go for a couple of demolition rafts though. The archers over here not really doing a whole lot. Italian players can go for archery themselves, they can go for skirmishers. And yeah, this has not done the damage. Oh man, the potential, so much wasted potential over there with that forward. Telling on himself, I'm not really sure if he was not paying attention and the units started attacking the house by themselves. That could probably have been the case. But anyway, Water is going to be in control of Cyclops now, who is up in Castle H with only 1 less villager. So Balkan Arrow going up, coming up for Cyclops, crossbow coming up as well. We're gonna have crossbows versus regular skirmishers. Crossbows with Balkan Arrow should not really have a lot of issues with against only regular skirmishers. GoldenEnd's not gonna choose to go for a lot of skirms himself, not even gonna try and go for elite skirms. GoldenEnd is gonna try to go heavily on water though to deny the bonus from the melee player, and he has managed to do it quite successfully. Only 4 fisher ships over there, quite idle by the way, so that means that probably at this point Cyclops is 2 villagers behind, as the idle fishing ships count as villagers in the spectator overlay. And this is not good. As a navy civilization, as a naval civilization, you want to go for water, you want to win water. Instead, we're gonna see Red being forced to go heavily on land. He's not gonna be able to take a lot of wood from this area, or at least from this side of the wood lane, because of the water units from Blue. He's gonna have to start taking from this, but then again, if Blue goes for a couple of docks over here, he might be able to deny the wood from here. So we're probably gonna see Red switching over this area, I'm not really sure though. Anyway, crossbows, very nice over there. Sniping a couple of villagers, getting rid of all of the skirmishers. Oh, the elephant got converted, he did not delete it. Skirmishers are doing some good damage now, and because of the trample damage from the elephant, all those crossbows are probably gonna go down. So we have more battle elephants and more crossbows on the way. He should probably try and just place a couple of crossbows over here just to deny that area. But yeah, we have 3 TCs for red, 2 TCs for blue. Full water control though for the Italian players, so that's going to be a couple of fishing ships, only 1 though. Not ideal, as he is gonna start falling behind. As we can see already, 48 villagers to 43, that's 5 extra villagers. Gonna start pulling ahead now by 1 extra villager each 30 seconds. And at the minute 13, we should have 15 extra villagers for Cyclops. That is, of course, if he can't keep up production from all 3 TCs, which he seems to be struggling with at the moment. Yeah, he's not really managing to keep production up and running. Some units over here, there we go. Crossbow is going to go down. Oh, but Mangonel! Mangonel is going to be great versus skirmishers, potentially good versus priests and monks as well. So, are we gonna see redemption coming up now for the Italian player? Italian monks are quite alright, they get everything except for heresy. So, redemption is good for them, they get atonement, they get block printing. Very good monk technologies. Now, Malay, they get all the monasteries text except for, hold on, what is it? Fervor. Except for Fervor, and I think that's the only one that they don't get, so they are the only civilization with elephants that can go for heresy. Melee elephants, that is. Or actually elephants of any kind. Yeah. Oh, great shot! Taking the Mangonel and 3 archers or crossbows. Over here, one of the units being kind of annoying. Targeting a house, so no major damage done yet. Three battle elephants. Oh, the crossbows, very sloppy army control over there for Cyclops. That is not very good. He might end up losing. There we go. That's going to be elephants going down now, getting deleted. Crossbows are probably going to go down to the Mangonel as well. And Cyclops really struggling to do damage. Like, very much. Otherwise, very calm game. We have not seen a lot going on. So, some action on water, but not very sustained. As GoldenEnd ended up taking full water control. Some land aggression, not very sustained, as well as GoldenEnd did manage to defend from Cyclops. And we have 1 Mangonel now, let's see. Good shot, that's going to be 1 for 0. We have another Mangonel here on the hill for GoldenEnd. Villager count almost at 30 minutes, not 15, higher for Cyclops, as he was once again struggling to keep production from all TCs. War galleys are going to be very annoying though. With more range than the TC, there is nothing this building can do to defend itself. More farms coming up. What are we gonna see? We should potentially see a castle coming up very soon, as Cyclops is going to send a lot of villagers to take the stone. So potentials. Ceramic warriors on the way. GoldenEnd is gonna start switching into either skirmishers or archers himself. So he already has a good amount of skirmishers. He's not going for elite skirmishers, so he might be trying to go for archers instead. Wheelbarrow on the way. 5 extra villagers for Cyclops. Still ahead in eco. 4 fishing ships as well now, going for the docks over here. Oh, researching careening. He's gonna try and get the water back. We already have 6 fire ships over here. Unfortunately for him, there is only 2 fishing ships for blue. Oh, so not really gonna be able to do a whole lot, but he's gonna tell on himself. He's gonna tell on. Oh no! Oh, it's happening again. It's happening again. He's trying to go for the fishing ships. He thinks that GoldenEnd has a lot of fishing ships because he has water control. And to be fair, that should be the case. GoldenEnd at this point could probably have had 15 fishing ships, especially since they are cheaper for him. But no, he doesn't. So he only has 2. So Cyclops trying to ruin the water eco for GoldenEnd. Instead is gonna end up telling on himself, and that's gonna ring the bell for GoldenEnd to start to resume water unit production, and this might be doomed at this point. GoldenEnd already has a significant lead on water, so I think this might end up going down altogether, which is not good for red. Oh, we had a conversion. Where? Oh, there we go. So GoldenEnd's gonna go. Yeah, he converted 1 war galley. GoldenEnd's gonna go for the defensive castle. That should go up. That's gonna allow him to go for docks over here and this mid water, which should allow him to start doing some damage over here. Anyway, quite stale game otherwise. We do have a small skirmish over here. Not good for GoldenEnd, not paying attention, gonna lose a lot of war galleys. Already lost a couple of fishing ships, or fire ships rather, sorry. Oh, all the fire ships are so low. That's going to be 5 fire ships. 4 fire ships versus only war galleys. That is not good, but he's not microing this properly. That's going to go down. The war galleys are going down very easily to the fire ships, but he's not paying attention of. They're not really microing properly. So he's still gonna try to reclaim water though. So going for 3 extra docks back at home. Cyclops with the military lead on water, I believe, is gonna try and claim water back. So that's going to be the final fishing ship going down now for the Italian player. 4 fishing ships up for Cyclops here, working quite alright. Less villagers, but kind of evening out now with the fishing ships. Getting control of his main map back at home once again. Halfway to Imperial Age as well. GoldenEnd clicking up to Imperial Age as well. And we're gonna see Imperial Wars, an Imperial War for both players. So castle coming up, forward castle coming up for Cyclops. That's going to bring the castle count up to 1, down up from 0, I mean. Docks coming up now for GoldenEnd in the middle. Fire galleys and war galleys, fire ships, sorry, and war galleys taking this dock down. Still a significant amount of docks up for GoldenEnd, who is going heavily into water again. And we have 11 war galleys. 11 war galleys. War galleys would usually not be so good versus fire ships. But because this is so narrow, this water here is so narrow, he can actually take good engagements. He cannot get surrounded by fire ships. So now we have 9 and 14 war galleys here. Should be going in favor of blue, however very low HP units over here. He's gonna choose to go back. Up in Imperial Age though, we're gonna see Cyclops going for the galleon upgrade. That's going to kick in very soon. Let's see, he's gonna try to take an engagement now. The numbers advantage there for GoldenEnd as he engages against soon to become galleon units. There we go, so that's going to be 8 galleon versus a bunch of war galleys. They are going to retreat instantly. 135 HP for the war galleys. That's going to be 165 for the galleon. 4+3 versus only 7+2. So very good engagement, very good trade potential over there for red. Now ballistics on the way, galleon on the way for the Italian player, and we have the castle, producing trebuchets already for red. I'm gonna try and trap the TC down, potentially the other one. This castle can potentially get trapped down as well, as there is not a lot of water separating both land masses. 8 galleon, 15 war galleys, soon to become galleon now, with bracer also. Chemistry on the way for Cyclops, that's going to be fantastic. Thumb ring. Very nice use of the ram over here. Cyclops not paying attention, he's going to lose all of the units over there. But now, so we have some water engagement over here, as we have crossbows versus crossbows and skirmishers. We have a couple of Karambit warriors, but that's already 1, 2 trebuchets out, being defended by fire ships and galleon over there. So the castle can potentially go down, however he's gonna choose to take this down instead. And the Malay player still has not gone for thalassocracy. He did manage to pull his navy away before losing everything, however now the numbers seem to be in favor of red, with the just arrived reinforcements, and the GoldenEnd not paying attention over here. To be fair, neither player paying attention. That is awful for blue, that is awful for blue. Going for a castle up here, it's going to get denied 100% by the navy units from red. So Cyclops with a very pronounced lead. Slightly more population, slightly less villagers, but the castle is about to get denied. Look at the amount of galleon over here. Oh my god! GoldenEnd's gonna try to pull a Cyclops. He's gonna lose so much over here. The castle should end up going up. But at what cost? The villager lead has already been lost. A lot of villagers going down. The castle 92, 93% up is going to go up, but the villagers, oh my god, taking so many villagers. That's bringing the villager count down to 90 only for blue, who is also taking an unfavorable trade over here with red, trying to bring the reinforcements. That should be probably enough. Let's see. We don't have any units queued up from the docks, so this should mean a better trade for blue, although not chemistry yet. So that's going to be, there we go. So he's still outnumbering red, so water is going to be in favor of him. Now we have some units going around for Cyclops, and while this might be lost for the time being, he's still not even close from being completely phased out of the water. So on land, not a lot going on. We have a, I believe it was either a market or a siege workshop already down. We have all the docks down over here from blue. 3 docks still up, potentially gonna get trapped down. So we have 1 trebuchet very sloppily positioned over there. He's gonna need to repair this one. Not gonna go down, I think. No, not gonna go down. But it's still gonna be good for him. Probably bringing this over here. Yeah, that's only gonna cost galleon to blue. Yeah, I don't think he even got a villager over there. I got 1 villager, but lost a lot of galleon. Not very good, gonna lose another one. Taking some houses down over here with the galleon. Cyclops in a very nice position now. Trapping this castle down with 2 trebuchets. That's going to go down, no questions asked. Or no question, no doubt about it. Houses did not go up, and we have a siege workshop. 2 siege workshops coming up now for the red player. And the game's looking very good now for red. GoldenEnd is getting housed. We have battering rams coming up. Should be able to afford the cat ram upgrade. Oh, and there we go, thalassocracy. These docks are about to become a lot more troublesome now for GoldenEnd. And I believe the range is going to be enough that if Cyclops surrounds this and this with docks, he's going to be able to deny the whole shoreline over here for GoldenEnd. That is 11 range, that is 10 range, sorry, I cannot do basic math. But yeah, that is 10 range for the harbors. That is fantastic. If he goes for harbors here, here and here, he should deny any docking potential for blue. But now Golden going for the heavy repair over here is gonna spend a lot of stone repairing one castle from 6 churches, and that's going to be the GG. And the equalizer from Cyclops getting a very nice lead over there is gonna bring the series up to 2-2. So let's go to the achievements and let's jump into the final game of the series. Military stats 152 to 123 KD for Cyclops, very nice. Or 5-4 if you prefer it like that, in fraction form. Food collected, wood collected, and gold collected larger for or higher for Cyclops, more stone collected for GoldenEnd. Fill castle each time, faster for GoldenEnd. Despite the melee bonus, he had a very rough Dark Age though. We saw how he struggled to go up to Field Age. I don't think these players are very used to playing a lot of water units, water maps or hybrid maps. It was definitely shown the struggle to balance things out. And I am very curious as to see who goes on to the semi-finals and how they perform against other players, because we have seen Rubenstock, for instance, being a lot more comfortable on water. We have seen Loisa doing quite alright as well. We have seen Project Belgium as well, doing quite alright on water. Finally, the timeline over there, GoldenEnd with a very nice lead in Castle Age, eventually losing ground, or actually losing water to the melee player Cyclops. And yeah, we're gonna jump into the 5th game, so check that out. Alright everyone, welcome to the 5th game in the best of 5 series between GoldenEnd and Cyclops for the quarterfinals in the Golden League of the Aspiring Experts tournament. This game, final game of the set, the silent game, is going to be played on Valley Fort, which is played as Regicide Fortress. So we have both players spawning with pre-made walls, as you can see. They also have a king, so if they lose the king, they lose the game. Usually it doesn't get to that. Usually players just resign like any other game, but that's also a possibility. If a player is way too behind and tries to go for the king's knight, that can sometimes work. So yeah, other than that, this map we have a creek going all throughout the map from the northwest to the southeast, with a very nice pond in the middle. Now there is not a lot of fish over here, so it's not usually that you see players going for water units. However, there's a lot of hunt. As you can see, there are boars, there are deer over here, and there are even some shorefish that you can potentially take advantage of. But yeah, that's the potential for this map. And because of starting with walls, you also see a lot of players choosing late game in civilizations. So you see Mongols, you see Goths, you see Spanish, all that kind of stuff. This time around we're gonna see Mongols for blue, GoldenEnd, and Spanish for red, or Cyclops over here. Now this matchup we have seen a little bit. We have not seen a lot of, to be honest. We have seen some Goths versus Spanish. we have seen Mongols versus Berbers, we have seen Mongols versus Britons, I think. But anyway, GoldenEnd is gonna feel like home over here as Mongols get 50% faster working hunters. It's gonna be uncontested over here. That is quite weird. When we saw Mongol players in this map, we usually saw the other players going very aggressively on the middle to try and push the Mongol player away from the hunt. This time around, the Cyclops playing super passive, so he's just letting GoldenEnd take full advantage of the hunting bonus of the Mongols. So that is not very good. And while we're at it, Cyclops gonna go up to Fuel H very fast. That is because both players start with 13 villagers, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, while we're talking about the civ bonuses, let's keep talking about Mongols. So not only do they get 50% faster working hunters, they also get 30% more HP light cavalry and hussars, and finally they get 20% faster shooting cavalry archers. So we can see cavalry archers in Castle H. We can see Mangudai, of course. Mangudai is better, is a lot stronger. Elite Mangudais are a lot stronger than regular Mangudai, so you usually see Mongol players going for fully upgraded elite Mangudai before trying to take any serious engagements. For Spanish, on the other hand, builders work 30% faster. Actually 33% faster, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, 30% faster, so 33 is for Koreans building stone fortifications. Anyway, 30% faster building villagers. They get gold-free blacksmith upgrades, so they don't need to pay gold for things such as forging, mail armor upgrades, that kind of stuff. They also get 18% faster shooting hand cannoneer and bombard cannons, and finally they get faster shooting bombard cannon galleons, that also shoot with ballistics. We're probably not gonna see cannon galleon. I don't think we're gonna see a lot of hand cannoneer either. I think we can see a lot of conquistadors and a lot of cavalry archers. Alright, there we go. So GoldenEnd hitting Fuel H as Cyclops clicks up to Castle H. That's going to be under 10 minutes Castle H time for Cyclops. So very fast. For GoldenEnd, on the other hand, still taking full advantage of the hunt here. Uncontested once again. I can't believe that Cyclops is not even trying to push him away from this. We do have some stables, some field buildings, so stable and blacksmith, that should allow now GoldenEnd to click up to Castle H. That's exactly what he does. So going up with only one extra villager, albeit with loom, which is not the case for Cyclops. He's going to be up 50 seconds later, but he's going to be in a much better position, at least in terms of eco. Taking a look at the total amount of resources collected, that is actually not bad for red, getting more food. Taking a look at the villager distribution though, that is actually not bad for Cyclops. Only one more villager and gathering actually more resources? That's very surprising. There we go, so GoldenEnd just had to drop the food over there. There we go, so taking the lead in the food income, also having a slight advantage on wood and gold income. And yeah, there you go, so each time that he drops the deer, then the food count goes up. In any case, he is at least on parity in terms of food income, but he also has more wood and more gold, probably by being able to use some villagers that would otherwise be on other food resources, taking either wood or gold. Anyway, villager count exactly the same for both players. Cyclops still not gonna go for Loom, he's gonna just go for a TC, so we're gonna see Conquistadors already out. Trying to go over here. The Hunters have been pulled over already. So it's alright. GoldenEnd's just chilling over here. So because he was taking so much hunt over there, a lot of the farms are not really so dry yet. He still has all the berries. Military numbers are slightly higher for the Spanish player. We have some Mango Die over here. That's 80 HP, 7 damage, 0 armor versus 75 HP, so 5 less, but with 2 pierce armor. And that's also 16 damage, so Conquistadors should be doing quite alright over here. Now, keep in mind that Conquistadors have only around 50% accuracy at long distances, so at max range. It goes up the closer you get to your opponent. And yeah, oh, taking the hill, taking the hill. Very dangerous now for the Mongol player. Although Micro seems to be very competitive and kind of similar for both players. Now the HP pulls are very bad for GoldenEnd. Trying to micro the Mango Die as best as he can. At this point, it's not really possible for him to do a lot of damage. Now he did manage to pull the Conquistador over, down from the hill over there, but he is going to lose 1 monk for free. That's going to be 6 versus 4 though. 6 versus 4. If he closes the distance, he might be able to get a favorable trade over there. There we go. So that's going to be 1 Conquistador down, potentially 2. So 5 Mango Die. That is fantastic. That is very good for GoldenEnd. So taking advantage of the fact of having the castle over there closer to reinforce his army, we're gonna have only 3 Conquistadors for Cyclops. On the other hand, he's gonna go for padded archer armor for the +1. There we go, additional 3 over there, so that's going to be a total of 6 Conquistadors versus 6. Mango over there, very sloppy over there. He's going to lose 1 for free potentially. Let's see. Oh, very good Micro. Running away from the non-ballistics Mango Die. And now just banking on sheer damage. Pure power over here for the Conquistadors. Although a couple of those are very low HP, now the Mango Die also have a good amount of low HP units in this army. So the trade over there. 7 versus 6. HP pool looking better for the Mango Die, but now 1 knockdown for free already from the past engagement. A couple of villagers pushed away from the berries over there. Now potentially another Mango Die going down. Let's see. That's going to be 5 Conquistadors now. Oh, great shot over there. Great shot over there. Monk potentially getting a conversion. He's gonna have to back off now. So we have 5. 2 more on the way. That's going to be 7. Military numbers slightly higher for the Mongol player now. 1 monk at the very least is going to make the difference. That's going to be 11 versus 9. So we have 1 monk and 1 scout cavalry over there. Very good Micro. Dodging the bullets with the monk. Oh, and even getting a conversion over there. GoldenEnd doing quite well over here. Now the villager count is dead even for both players. We have a second TC for the Spanish player, but we don't have a second TC now. Okay, second TC now on the way for GoldenEnd, and Cyclops on 2 TCs but unable to keep them working. Actually gonna try and prioritize Conquistador production to keep the pressure up, but he's gonna start falling behind now in villager number. That hill, very important. Very good shot over there with the army. However, the monk is going to provide some value as he keeps healing the units, and potentially once he gets the faith back, he can convert another unit. Another Conquistador is going to get converted. That's going to be 1 Conquistador down, 2 Conquistadors down, 1 conversion over there. That's going to be only 4 versus 9 at this point. All the Conquistadors are going to go down to the Mango Die. That's going to be 1 down potentially. Let's see. For sure, that's going to be one down, only 2 conquistadors left. Very low HP, 1 conquistador only, and the military numbers start to plummet now for Cyclops. And GoldenEnd taking very good engagements over there, very smart engagements, taking advantage of the hill, using the monk to extend the value of his army. Doing fantastic now. That conquistador is going to go down, no question about it. And the palisade wall going down. Magudai are gonna get inside. And Cyclops, who had mortices for a longer period of time, is falling behind in villager count as he struggles to keep production and struggles to keep the eco going while also managing the army. We have 7 conquistadors now, 2 low HP, and we have 2 conquistadors, and at this point 11 Mangudai. That 13 Mangudai now, 12 Mangudai for GoldenEnd. He can still take a good engagement over there. He needs to micro a little bit like he has been doing so far, and I think it has been quite clearly established that the micro potential for GoldenEnd is slightly higher, at least in this match, versus Cyclops. So bad trade over there though, not really using the entirety of his army. He's gonna try and make use of it now. That's going to be another conquistador down, another conquistador down. Now the Mangudai have leaked inside his eco, and without army to defend the villagers, we're gonna see a lot of villagers going down now for red. As we can see, that's 1, 2 villagers down, potentially 3 or 4. That's another body down over there, another body down over there. 41 villagers versus 52, and blue is taking a lot of villagers here with the Mangudai doing an insane amount of damage. Red really struggling, trying to micro his way around the Mangudai, really struggling to do so. Not looking very good. Not looking very good for red. Damage has been done. The army from GoldenEnd can be pushed away, but the villagers cannot be brought back from dead. And that may just be the turning point in this game in favor of GoldenEnd, who is behind in score, but with more villagers, more military, better KD, and taking the score lead right now. So padded archer armor coming up, that's only gonna be +1 defense for the Mangudai. Not gonna make a huge difference versus 16 damage conquistadors. Well, it's going to be a lot better than 0. So another conquistador going down, another one, and at this point it really looks like he's struggling so much, Cyclops, to keep up with this. Bringing 1 monk out, he's gonna manage to successfully push the army away from GoldenEnd, but the villager lead, 13 extra villagers for blue. Still on 2 TCs only, producing from the castle non-stop. What's the situation like for red? Still producing conquistadors, going for the 3rd TC, is gonna need to catch up in villager count, but he's on the back foot already, not managing to close the hole over here. He's gonna push the army away still with the monks over there, but let's see. Oh, GoldenEnd's gonna get 1 unit converted over there. He's gonna lose 1 unit to a conversion, so he's going forward with the monks himself. We have 6 versus 5, we have actually 7 versus 5 versus 7 right now, so additional conquistadors up. Monks are going to extend the value of the army by providing some healing powers over there. And yeah, both players are just gonna look to reset. So, well, Cyclops really needs to get back on his feet. Really struggling right now. 12 villagers behind. Army count 9 versus 9. Now conquistadors, keep in mind once again, they do have the potential damage, but GoldenEnd has been insane with his micros so far. He is going to take a bad engagement over here though. That's going to be 8 remaining Mangudai versus 8 remaining conquistadors. Should be going in favor of the conquistadors. We have monks for both players. That's going to be 1 conversion for blue. Potentially 2 conversions for red, but he needs to pay attention to the monk. He might end up losing the monk over here. No, he's gonna try to convert and lose the monk for free. Not paying attention over there. Wheelbarrow on the way for GoldenEnd. At this point in time, we have already wheelbarrow for Cyclops, so he has been able to at least attenuate some of the eco that he doesn't really have. Let's see. Problem is that conquistadors cost food and Mangudai do not. Yes, yes. That is why Cyclops has been struggling so much to keep villager production. But also conquistadors have the potential to destroy Mangudai, so if you just straight up try to tank the Mangudai, you should be doing quite alright. Keep in mind that that's 8 damage versus 16, and conquistadors are not very precise at long range, but if they close the gap, which they have the mobility to, of course, that is if the Mangudai want to stop and shoot at some point, they can do some damage. Now, Mangudai are faster though, so they can potentially try and kite, but with good micro, you have the potential to out damage the Mangudai. Now, of course, micro has been almost pristine for GoldenEnd. At least in this match, he has been able to out micro Cyclops, so the battles have been very, very rough for Red. GoldenEnd on his way to Imperial Age now though. Cyclops is going to try and use the market to go up himself. We take a look at the total amount of resources actually. He's gonna click up just now, so that's going to be 40 seconds of difference. Villager count getting even now for both players. Military numbers are looking slightly better for GoldenEnd, who is also going for the 30C over here. Let's see. So, fletching on the way for Cyclops. That's gonna provide some extra range to the castle. That's gonna provide some value over there in terms of defense. We have also a tower over here that's also gonna benefit from it. These conquistadors at this point in time. How many do we have here? That's 17 conquistadors versus 19 Mangudai. Now this is going to be very troublesome as we start seeing elite Mangudai and we start getting and GoldenEnd starts going for more and more upgrades. That's a lot of Mangudai. Castle count up to 2 though for the Mongol players, so makes sense at this point in time. Cyclops gonna try to go for another castle over here. That's going to effectively double his conquistador production capacity. However, we already have 2 castles for the Mongol player, so he can potentially choose and go for a couple of trebuchets. He's gonna choose to go for Mangudai now as he's trying to get the numbers up. But let's see. Bracer almost up. Partisan tactics on the way. Oh, but the hill advantage for the conquistador. Very good micro over there for GoldenEnd, taking a lot of damage. But faster shooting Mangudai are gonna prove superior over here. And the villagers going down, conquistadors going down. Very good trade with superior numbers over there for GoldenEnd. And Cyclops not gonna be able to get the castle up, which is going to get denied at 93%. And good timing. GG. Good luck next, says Cyclops. As GoldenEnd says thanks, and that's going to be the 3-2 in this series, with a favorable final score for GoldenEnd, who is gonna be moving on to the semi-finals. Very good timing indeed, with the castle getting denied at 93%, and even if it went up, that's going to be 20 villagers behind for Cyclops once again. So this is very, very reminiscent of the second game. He was trying to go for a castle with 75 villagers before trying to build it, and the castle going up with the final villager count of 40 something, 45 I think, 40 maybe. It was awful. It was an awful castle. Achievements. That's 3 to 2 KD for GoldenEnd. Very well played. More wood, stone and gold collected as well. So larger eco, villager high, slightly higher as well. 8 extra villagers, that's around 10% more. Faster fuel and castle each time for Cyclops. Unfortunately not able to bank on that. Economy stats. Yeah, better eco for GoldenEnd.